What's happening, everyone? JayShockblast here, and check it out. Finally, we have some huge news in the world of Marvel's Avengers. We have a release date for not only Hawkeye Future Imperfect, where Clint Barton will be coming to the game, but for the next generation update for Xbox Series X and S, as well as PlayStation 5. All the gameplay footage was recorded on PlayStation 5. March 18th is when we will get both, and I can't wait. Obviously, the next gen update, not necessarily the most important thing, but it'll look great. It's going to give faster load times, better graphics. Honestly, I've played the game on both new consoles, and they look great and they load faster already with just the regular PS4, Xbox One versions of the game. So to tell me that it can look better and run faster than that, awesome. All in, awesome. Can't wait. And I will definitely be trying it on Clint Barton release day. One of the first Avengers, one of the first 1960s Avengers. I don't know if he's an original Avenger, if we're going to be specific about it. But, obviously an old school Avenger, as old school as it gets. And, we got Kate Bishop previously. She's Hawkeye in name. I don't know. I wish she would be called something else. She literally stole his name and identity and costume. So I digress. But I think this is going to be great. You're going to have a very similar character to Kate. He's got similar but different skill set. A couple of different trick arrows. I think they said he has 10 different trick arrows that you can unlock, which is really cool. They showed some, one where it had like a spread of energy that slowed down enemies, like the tripwire arrow, I think it was called. They showed one where he shot up into the air and rained explosives, like that Jericho missile from Iron Man, the first movie. So yeah, man, like this looks dope. I love playing as Kate Bishop. She's honestly, after Thor, my favorite character to play. So if Clint is going to play a lot like her, then I'm all in. Like, he looks like he's going to traverse really well. Everything about him looks fantastic, including Clint himself, because some of the skins they showed are most wanted skins when you think of Hawkeye. You have Ronin, you have Ultimate Hawkeye. There's a lot of really cool looks for him, so I'm just as excited for that. We got Hawkeye. You can't have Hawkeye without Lucky, and aren't we lucky that Lucky is going to be pettable? That's awesome. Cannot wait to go. I hope Lucky lives on the Chimera and that he has a good handler that, walks around with a bag and collects all his droppings. Got to keep Chimera clean. But, yeah, man, I hope you can just walk up to him and pet him, because we all love to pet the dogs in the video games, right? So, honestly, everything looks fantastic. If you're a fan of Old Man Logan and Old Man Hawkeye, that is what inspired Future Imperfect. So we've got that, post-apocalyptic Mad Max landscape. It'll be a new biome that we can go into, and there'll be, missions there and stuff like that. So I think that's something that's been sorely lacking. And we're going to get that. And we're going to keep getting that for free as part of these updates. That's right. Clint Barton and Future Imperfect, both free if you own the game, which obviously you have to have in order to play. Even if you don't own the game, if you go to Blockbuster and rent it, you can still play them. That's that. So that's cool. So I'm really looking forward to all this. It's really awesome. I know, like everybody else, I wish it was coming a little bit sooner, but it's not. All right? And we just got to deal with it. It is what it is. COVID has delayed everything for everybody. It's ruined everything. So it's dipped into movies, TV, and video games. It just makes it harder to produce the content when you're working from home. And I think once they get back into the office, they'll get back into the flow of things. You'll get your precious roadmap that everybody's complaining about not having, because I can assure you, if they put out a roadmap in September, they would have failed to meet every expectation, which is why they haven't done that. They know that that's going to happen. They're just trying to run with it and do everything that they can. And everybody's like, well, they could have delayed it, but then you would have complained about that too. All right, listen, being patient waiting for DLC is fine. If I look at Borderlands, you got a new DLC every 3 or 4 months, okay? This is normal. I know that, you say, oh, well, I have to do the same thing over and over again. But yeah, that's what you have to do in Call of Duty or a lot of other games. And maybe doing it over and over again in that game is a little more interesting, to fair criticism, but it is what it is at this point. They're trying their best to get all this content out. It's gonna come, and when it does, we're gonna love it. Just like we did Kate Bishop and her story, Taking Aim. I guarantee you this is gonna be great. Now, Maestro, not the most interesting character to me, but if you're gonna do that storyline, you have to have someone Hulkish, and this is inspired by, not, you know, shot for shot remake. So it makes sense, okay? I can deal with that. I think the story is gonna be cool. I hope we get some more diverse enemies to fight against, maybe some of those post-apocalyptic Mad Max type humans that, you know, you see in the Old Man Hawkeye storyline. That would be a little more interesting. Maestro boss battle just worries me. It's going to just be Abomination 2.0, but everybody seems to be stoked for Maestro, so I don't want to rain on that parade. One of the few positive things people seem to want to talk about is Maestro, so cool, man. Like, not everything has to be for me, you know? And I'm okay with that. I think everybody else should feel that way too. It's not always about you. Let's just... These guys want to get the game out, right? They don't want to disappoint you. That's why they're just doing their best, and we just gotta be patient, all right? I still don't have my Verizon skins on Xbox, all right? But it's water under the bridge. Like, what's the point at this point, you know? Like, I did everything I could to try to get in there, and they didn't. They couldn't, they wouldn't, whatever it is, it doesn't matter, they're skins. I understand it's different with new characters, new content, but, you know, if we just patient and just let them breathe a little, I think everything's gonna be okay once they get back in the office. Once we get to Black Panther, you're gonna have that new biome, that new Wakanda biome, where, you know, you've possibility of desert and lush forest and all sorts of different looking things. With there better be different villains and enemies and stuff like that at that point. But it's just a matter of getting there, and I know it's harder for them to get there than it would have been if there was no COVID, but there is, and we're all suffering and dealing with it. So on top of them having to deal with that aspect, they're trying to do the best they can to get content out as quickly as possible. So stop asking about roadmaps, man. Like, whatever. Do you want them to say, oh, all right, well, here's our roadmap, and then just fail to miss every point? No. I know this sucks not knowing, but now we do. And then hopefully by the time Hawkeye comes out, you know, both Hawkeyes are out, the world is a little bit better a month from now, and it keeps getting better so that everything can just get back to normal. I think that's what we all want. That's what they want, and they want to be able to put out stuff consistently, because trust me, I don't want to wait 3 or 4 months for every new character. I had hoped that we would get a new character every 6 to 8 weeks, you know, but we're not right now. And, you know, is it frustrating for me? Sure. I thought this game was going to be massive, and I was going to be able to make lots of content for it. So trust me, I want that too, selfishly. But at the end of the day, it is a little bit of selfishness, which we all have a right to feel because we paid money for the game. But at a certain point, you know, it's not unreasonable to just ask for a little bit of patience right now. And that's what I'm hoping for the most. And that's the message I really want to get across with this, because look, man, the stuff they're putting out is fantastic. I love the Taking Aim storyline. I can't believe I got that for free. I would have paid 15 bucks for it. Joke's on them, you know? And I love Kate Bishop. She's a great character. She's not even a character I ever cared about in the comics. But now, like, my feelings about her are different because of their video game. And for a lot of people, that's going to happen with Hawkeye, even though Jeremy Renner has been a fantastic Hawkeye. And we're about to get a Hawkeye TV show. We're going to love those characters a lot, even more because of that. But we're also going to grow an even bigger appreciation because of Crystal Dynamics and because of Marvel's Avengers. And that's what I'm looking forward to the most. And Lucky is about to be the biggest star of them all, because who doesn't love doggos? So that's what we got, man. March 18th. I cannot wait. I don't really feel the need to nerd out and deep dive even deeper into a deep dive. You guys all probably watch the deep dive too, so you don't know anything different than me. I see all the same things you did. I'm super excited about it. I think this is gonna be fantastic. People were asking in my Fortnite stream last night what I thought, so there it is. So I can't wait for March 18th. You know I'm gonna be recording and streaming on March 18th with Hawkeye, and I can't wait to get there. So I hope everybody enjoyed. What do you think about Hawkeye? And please don't use this as a sounding board to complain about how long it's gonna take, because I don't care, and I just don't. All right. So March 18th is coming quickly. Can't wait. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you.